Today we're going to take a look at modifying a smartphone case to work with the ArmorX line of accessories. The belt clip, tripod, selfie sticks, stuff like that. We're going to link to their webpage in the video description below. They have about 5 web pages of accessories. Seems like over 100 accessories that you can use with their mounting system. You can see this universal mount is basically it's a slot, and they sell different accessories that have clips attached to them, and those clips have plastic rails and a tab. Those rails slide up into this mounting slot, and then the tab locks it into place. When you want to remove the clip, you just depress the tab and then rock the clip away from the back of the phone, and then slide the accessory right out of this mounting slot. They do have one exception to that, that's the armband. Their sport armband uses a sliding lock mechanism, which is a lot easier to use actually. But the rest of their accessories use a depressible tab to unlock the phone from the clip. So let's get to it. Attaching their universal mount to the back of a smartphone case. We're just using a cheap ROG Phone 6 case, and it has a clear acrylic backing. That's important because you're going to need a case that has a continuous, solid, non-porous type of surface on the rear of the case. And obviously that if you do already have an existing case that fits that criteria, it doesn't already have any other mounting clips already applied to the back of the case. You also want to make sure that the back of the case is a continuous surface. So if you have a case that has some ventings or holes drilled into it, this may not work for that type of case. You do want to get a good bond. Once you start clipping in accessories, this tape is going to be what holds your phone to that accessory. So if you clip it to a bike mount, this tape is going to play an integral role keeping your phone attached to that clip accessory. Let's stick the double-sided tape that comes pre-applied to the ArmorX mount to the back of this case. We're going to clean off the back of the case using a dry microfiber towel. We're going to add some alcohol into the mix. Just going to put a little bit of alcohol onto the rag, and then we're going to clean the surface with an alcohol dampened microfiber towel. That's going to help remove any finger oils, grease or grime, and any other leftover dirt. Alcohol usually dries really quick, especially when you start fanning it or blowing it, so it should dry within less than a minute. Once the case is completely dry, we're going to go ahead and start lining up where we want this mount to be on the back of the case. Now, this can be a little bit tricky, so you might want to make a grid system on the back of your case using tape or a pencil. That way you know exactly where you want to stick this mount. This is industrial grade double-sided tape, so it's meant to stick and stay, so that your phone doesn't go flying off one of their accessories. We did it by eye, but that was a little bit iffy. So if you don't want to make a mistake, or if you're not good at eyeing things up, you're going to want to create a grid system. That way there's no mistaking where you're going to want to place your mount once you take the backing off that double-sided tape to mate it to the back of your case. Some things you want to take into consideration as far as where to place the mount on the back of the case. You want it centered left to right. You want it to be as close to center from top to bottom as well, but there's extra consideration there. You do not want anything blocking your camera lenses. If you have like the belt clip or any of the other accessories, you could put that into this mounting slot and then test on the back of your phone to make sure that while the accessories are engaged with this mount, that accessory is not going to be blocking the lenses on the back of your smartphone. Centering it from left to right is good, and then from top to bottom, doing it about 2 to 2 3/4 inches from the top of the case to the top of the universal mount. That should give you enough clearance below the camera lenses. That way you're not going to be blocking the camera with different accessories. We did 2 3/4, and that's a little bit lower than I would have liked. Maybe 2.5 would have been perfect on the ROG Phone 6. But 2 3/4 works, balances pretty well still. To reach around the middle finger and depress the belt clip, holding the screen with the thumb. to slide the belt clip on and off your waistline or in and out of your pocket.